What is up, YouTubers? Johnsy here, and welcome to a little special video. So first off, I want to do like a little bit of an update type of thing, and then we'll pretty much get into the main topic of this video, because it's something I wanted to talk about for a while, like my own little update and stuff, on two certain games, as you can tell from the title of what those are. But first, as you can tell from the first part of it, it's a bit of a life update kind of thing. So, start of this week, basically, I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube for this week, for two specific reasons. So, the first thing is that my one dog, Bella, passed away just recently, as of recording this, like, on February 24th. It's the 26th right now, which I've taken, like, kind of like 3 days for myself kind of thing. I know this is still kind of part of it, but this is just one bit of video me talking about two certain games in general, so there's that. But yeah, it was definitely just, it was a sad day for sure when she passed away, so that's number one. And number two, let's just say I had to reboot my laptop. My editing software was quite different now, and I didn't transfer all my finished videos over. I still had the pre-edited videos, so like no footage was lost, but I had to upload or re-export like everything that I had pretty much. I also had to remake my outro as well, because I couldn't just copy and paste what I had from videos, because I did lose my intros and outros. My intros are fine, I just had to copy and paste, obviously, just like download one of my videos from YouTube, drag them over to my editing software, and just like cut off everything except for the intros. But for the outros, it was a little different, and it was kind of hard to edit them, because I had a little bit of an issue trying to edit those videos. Also, sorry if I'm sniffling a bit, I just sneezed just before recording. But, basically, the editing software is a bit different. Like, my certain one, I used VideoPad, and basically what happened is, I can't zoom in, or, like, you do, like, actual editing to the actual clips. I can cut them still, so, like, if I need to, like, cut something out of the video, boom, I can do that. But for some reason, when I do like a little like editing thing, like scaling and positioning of where the clip will go to a certain point, it won't show up in the exported version for some reason. The audio will still be there, but like the whole thing will be disappeared for some odd reason. Because I tried putting like a new outro video, because I was just like, you know what, I'll just like grab some of the new, like the clips I have now and just kind of use those as like outro videos and everything. And every time I just try to like shrink them down and put them to the side of the video, which you'll also see at the end of this video why, but or the difference, but I couldn't. It still perfectly works with any like photo image I decide to add on to it. So any of my challenge videos where I've had, like, grids and stuff of, characters, or, like my two recent series I've been doing, like, Skylanders monotype challenges and Pokemon Violet starter runs, I've had grids for those. So I could still do those. It's just, like, actual video clips I can't, like, edit for some reason. But the good thing is, though, apparently with updates and stuff, which apparently I have not been updating, it actually uploads a lot more faster. Because what normally takes me like at least maybe 1 or 2 videos I can export for a day, I could do like almost like 10 in a day now for exporting and editing. So it's like, yeah, because for my normal videos, it takes like maybe a half an hour, and for my challenge videos, since I also have to put up the grids and stuff, it only takes like an hour. which normally it takes like more than 3 hours just to get like one, like maybe almost like 5 hours just to get like one video uploaded or exported and ready to go, with added in my intro and outro and maybe some extra cuts. So if anything, I pretty much am back up and running with all my old videos almost. I think the only ones I still have to export are my challenge videos of Skylanders, I think. And then I'm pretty much good there. So yeah, and in fact after this I'll pretty much be like porting this over, and I should have this video ready to go like within an hour. But I'm gonna be posting it on like the 3rd? Yeah, it's technically the 3rd. Oh god, that means it's been a week since my dog died by the time this video comes out. But yeah, again, all that stuff's okay now. Like, it's been a few days already since it happened. She was just getting sick and everything, and she was just gonna keep getting worse, so we just kind of, you know, put her out of her misery. It was my dog Bella, by the way, so yeah. Still, I already miss her and everything, but you know, things like this happen. I'm just happy she had a good long life and everything. But yeah, those are just some of the updates and everything. So obviously, besides this video, the rest of the week until next week, which will be the 10th? Yeah, the 10th. The 10th is when we'll get back into videos and stuff. So, yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that before we at least got this little section of the video going, where I have basically Mario's and Sonic's fight each other while I'm talking about their 2 games, which is basically Mario Kart 9 and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, 2 racing games that are said to come out sometime in the near future. So yeah, while Mario and Sonic fight out for the best racing title, even though they're just physically fighting, I'm going to be talking about some of them and character predictions, kind of. It's more of a wish list prediction. Like, they're more like characters I'm like, I would like them in, and I also think they might have a chance to enter in. Now, I made these lists quite a bit ago, so yeah. So I'm going to go over at least Mario Kart 9 to start off. We're calling it Mario Kart 9 for now because, yeah. But basically, we already have 24 confirmed characters for Mario Kart 9, which is Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, Pauline, Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Birdo, Toad, Toadette, Shy Guy, Koopa, Lakitu, all of the 5 babies, Donkey Kong, which is movie design Donkey Kong, King Boo, Bowser, and Bowser Jr. So yeah, and the list of characters I have here, I actually marked them all up to 52, which is kind of like my prediction of how many characters there might be in total. I'm not sure. I mean, considering it's about 24 characters that you can have per race, I would assume they would almost like double it, maybe like an extra bit. I mean, I think it was about 48 or so for Mario Kart 8's finished roster, like after everything. So, yeah, I basically have a list of Mario, like regular Mario characters that they could add. I have 5 Nintendo characters, like other characters that are Mario based or Donkey Kong based to add in, and 5 third-party characters. Obviously, third-party characters are most likely not going to happen, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes game developers and shit, they always pull out surprises, you know? So, yeah, we basically have about 16 Mario characters that I've listed that I would like and think have a shot. And just like other like Nintendo third-party characters as well, which I think would also have a good shot. So, obvious one to start off with is Diddy Kong. Because, yeah, I mean, you already fucked up on Jamboree. Don't fuck up for Mario Kart 9, I swear to God. But, yeah. And Diddy Kong's definitely, like, aside from Yoshi, Diddy Kong's, like, my other favorite quote-unquote Mario character. Just in the DK series, it's themselves, Diddy Kong would be my favorite out of the Kongs. And no, not P. Diddy. We don't talk about him. But anyways, the next character I said add on to the list is Dry Bones. Considering he's already a popular character as it is, and it was already such a surprise that he didn't make it back in for Jamboree for Mario Party. Which, yeah, those are like the two characters that everyone was definitely surprised didn't come back. But, yeah. Another one for me personally, Wiggler. I just like maining him in Mario Kart 8, and I thought he was a very interesting pick to bring in for the booster course pass and everything, so it's like, why not? Goddamn RCM fucking trying to call me? Fuck off. I don't want your freaking shit, okay? Anyways, as Mario is about to finish off Sonic here, oh, looks like Sonic's gonna win this. But anyways, back to the list. The next one would be Nabbit. Nabbit seems like a very interesting character to add in for the case. People have wanted Nabbit for a while to be playable in games. I mean, the only time Nabbit's ever, like, you know, the only time Nabbit's actually playable is in the Super Mario Bros. Games. But yeah, I guess he's also in Mario Kart Tour. I forgot he was in that, but I mean, Mario Kart Tour has a lot of Mario characters in it, so most of them are costumes, but you know. But yeah, he would be one. Going into some Kongs here, we have Funky, Dixie, and Cranky Kong. I mean, considering both Funky and Dixie have been in Mario Kart games before, Funky more than Dixie, obviously, because, well, Funky's been in Wii, 8 Deluxe for the booster course, and Tour as well, where Dixie's only been in Tour. Still, I feel like they would both be pretty much cool to have. More Kong variety, you know. Especially since they should have added Dixie for, the final wave of characters for the final, for Wave 6. Like, I was already happy when they added in Diddy Kong and stuff, but, like, they missed a theme there. They could have went full Donkey Kong theme, considering they had Diddy Kong, Funky, and Pauline. I could consider that almost like a DK-themed, set there. I added Pauline into that DK category, considering her first debut was the original Donkey Kong game in the arcade and everything. So, if they had Dixie Kong instead of stupid Peachette, then life would have been so much better. It would have been a better roster already. And yeah, also don't bring back Peachette. Don't bring back Pink Gold Peach. Don't do that, please. I guess that's also something I didn't add in here was the Koopalings, because they took up so many slots where they could have been like a bunch of the other slots instead. But yeah. Anyways, moving on from them. Monty Mole. I just like Monty Mole in general. I like playing him in Mario Party. He was definitely not great in Super, but because of his dice, but I mean, now that all characters are pretty much almost equal now at this point in Jamboree, you know, I just like him as a character. Let's see. Did I put Peter Piranha? I put Peter Piranha instead of Petey. Yes, Peter Piranha. Yes, let's add him. But, yeah, no, Petey Piranha. It just makes sense. If you're adding King Boo, might as well add in Petey Piranha. I mean, those two are literally a combo since freaking Double Dash. So, yeah, why not add him in? King Bob-omb, everyone has wanted him for years, too. Plus, I don't feel like we get to really play much of Bob-omb characters. And Sonic just died to an explosion. But yeah, I think King Bob-omb is good. Everyone wants him. More Bob-omb variety. I don't even know what the fuck Mario did there. But 2 Sonics, 1 in a row. Why does Sega keep winning? But yeah, anyways, King Bomb. I think the only time he's been playable, I mean, he has been available in Tour, but like the only other game I feel like he's been playable console-wise is Super Mario Golf Rush, I think the name is. It's the recent golf game that they had out, so yeah. Kamek, very popular character, considering he got brought back and everything. I feel like he'd be a good choice to add back in. I put a regular Boo, because you have King Boo, why not have just normal Boo? I know they're basically like the same character almost, but I mean, if anything, well, I mean, I guess they did have the normal design for King Boo instead. But I mean, they did have the, in Tour they had the King Boo one from Luigi's Mansion, so I don't know. Maybe they can have that for a costume for him. But yeah, I think I just like playing like a normal Boo, honestly. I don't know. Just my choice. Just a normal Piranha Plant. I mean, I think besides this game right here, Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Mario Tennis Aces, we don't really get to play as like a Piranha Plant. And I know technically Mario Tennis Aces has a fire Piranha Plant, not an actual normal Piranha Plant, but I mean, I still count that as normal Piranha Plant considering it's a Piranha Plant. PD Piranha is definitely way different than a Piranha Plant in general. So, yeah. Where were we? Luma. I mean, I've heard some debates too, since I believe in recent Mario Kart games and stuff, they haven't really added Rosalina with Luma anymore. I mean, you have Rosalina and Luma in this game, sure, but I mean, Mario Kart, I think Aces as well. I mean, Aces already had like Luma as well, so I think it'd be a very interesting choice for like Mario Galaxy references and everything. Cappy. Cappy is definitely someone that everyone wants for playable references most recently, so it's like, why not add him? You know? Why not add the little hack guy? I mean, he has arms, he can drive. And then someone who doesn't have arms but legs, Goomba. I feel like everyone would definitely play Goomba if Goomba was added in. I mean, you already have Koopa, you already have a good amount of, like, playable... Like, he's not... Like, I feel like Goomba would be a very interesting character to bring in. I mean, you already have him for Mario Party, add him for this, too. It would be a nice addition. So that's all the Mario characters I would like and also predict to be in. Obviously, not all of them are, like, very great predictions. It's like, you know, and I know other people want, like, characters like Egad. I'm just not really close to Egad or Toadsworth that much. I mean, Toadsworth is one thing, like, I'd be alright with him popping in. Egad, though, not really the hugest fan, considering I never really played the Luigi Mansion games, if I'm being completely honest. And I think the only other game he does appear in is Partners in Time, I believe. So, yeah. But anyways, add into the Nintendo character list here. So I added some returning ones, like the Inklings and Animal Crossing characters. Like, you can have Inkling as a whole character like you have for Mario Kart 8, same with the normal villager, or you could just have Isabelle this time. Either or would be nice. So yeah, those are the two I wanted to return. I'm not really the hugest fan of, it's mostly because I haven't really played Legend of Zelda much, or at all, so that's kind of why I'm like, with Legends of Zelda. But, yeah. And then, we have Captain Falcon, which, honestly, should have been added in to, time. Honestly, Captain Falcon should have been added into Mario Kart 8, considering they literally added the Blue Falcon as a kart, and 2 freaking tracks from his game, too. It would have made sense. Also, 3 wins for Sonic. Sega can't stop winning. Apparently, there's only like 1 Mario left. Sonic just can't stop winning. We're definitely going to be talking about Sonic's characters here in a second. But yeah. The other two I decided to add here, just because I like them in general, and I think it'd be pretty cool. One of them more than the other. Kirby, just because I mean, hell, for one of the Smash Bros. Trailers, he did appear in Rainbow Road. Plus, I could see him using like his like having like a star car or something, like his main warp star as like a car or whatever. I could see him doing that. And then Pikachu. He's less likely to be able to show up, I would think, but I think it'd be pretty cool to have Pikachu there too. I would definitely main him for sure if that was the case. And Sega just can't stop winning. Apparently. But yeah, those are the 5 Nintendo characters that I want and also do think would have a shot. Somewhat of a shot. Not 100% shot, but has a shot. And then the 5 third-party characters. Now, this first one, I did put on the list, but I am now less likely thinking they will be added in just because of Sonic Cross Worlds. And that's Sonic. I mean, again, like, Sonic's had some racing games of his own. He's been in a car. Why not join? Plus, I mean, he's joined Mario and friends in, like, games like this. They've had the Olympic Games at times. You know, why not put him in a car and add him into Mario as a third-party character? But yeah, if anything, I think less likely of that now, considering Crossworlds is coming out, so... He's still on my list, but, like, less likely. Like, honestly, like a 10% chance I still think he might be able to pop in. 10%. The next two are definitely characters I just want in general, and have been in Karts before. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. More in the fact for Crash because, well, I mean, hell, he has his own racing game. And unlike Sonic, he doesn't have a new racing game coming out anytime soon. But, yeah, I mean, especially since his most recent kart game, too, Spyro's entered it as well, so... You know, they'd be nice characters to add in. I think I also heard something about sometime in the near future, like the next Crash Bandicoot game also will include Spyro. Like, it's gonna be like both a Crash Bandicoot and Spyro game. Which will be interesting, considering I don't think they've done that since Crash Purple and Spyro Orange for the GBA, which I never played, but I heard one was way better than the other. And then the last two characters for the third-party character slot, we have Banjo-Kazooie, because I know he's had his own racing game, which design for that wasn't that great, but I mean, everyone still loves Banjo-Kazooie. Even though he's owned by Microsoft now. Well, yeah, I mean, he's always been to Microsoft, but, you know. And then Steve from Minecraft. I mean, hell, they already added him into Smash Bros. Why not add him into Mario Kart? Make the fans go nuts. But, yeah, that's my rest of the roster prediction with slash fan service. Like I said, like, I'm not 100% fully predicting every single one of these characters are going to be in or anything, but, like, more in the line, obviously, of the Mario characters and everything, but, you know. But yeah, that's basically all for the, Mario Kart, which, funny enough, when I was listing them down, I was thinking around 50, and then when I was finished my list, I was like, I counted all the characters I predicted, plus the ones that are already confirmed, and I'm like, damn, that's already 50. Ooh. Okay, hold on, Mario might actually win this one. No way. I actually need to see this. Hold on. And just when we're done talking about Mario, Mario is fully eliminated. Sega can't stop winning. Literally all the Sonics won and moved on to the second round. That's funny. Is that a prediction about what racing game's gonna win? Considering all the Sonics beat all the Marios. Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo, you might have to up your game here if you want to beat Sonic Cross Worlds. afterwards. I think at this rate now, I really don't think Sonic should be entering that Mario Kart. Anyways, moving on to the other game, kind of in the same prediction kind of thing for characters. Now, there's about 23 confirmed characters already to the main roster out of 28, which is going to be the starting roster for it, because they're going to add like other characters later down the line as DLC, like not just Sonic characters, because well, we'll get to that in a second, but like also there's also going to be other Sega characters. Now, most of the characters I have here, I think there's only one that's just a Sega character and not a Sonic character, just because I don't really know many other Sega characters, honestly. There's really only one that I'm most familiar with, so he will be mentioned. But all the confirmed characters, and the reason how I was able to figure this out is in the trailer, it does kind of show, like, on the side when everyone kind of shows up, like, pictures of characters on the side, so that's how I know. So the 23 confirmed out of 28 so far are Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Omega, Cream, Cheese, Big, Vector, Eggman, Metal Sonic, Sage, Jet, Silver, Rouge, Storm, Wave, Blaze, Zavok, Eggbot, Espio, Charmy, and Zaz. But yeah, very interesting. I already like the roster as it is already, like, already perfect roster for Sonic characters, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, you have the Babylon Rogues back, basically you have all of Team Rose, Team Dark, the Chaotix team. You basically have like every single character from Sonic Heroes team. Technically you have an Eggman team too, with freaking Eggman, Sage, and Metal too, so even though it's not really a team one, like, well, that's an interesting way to die. But yeah, and then you also have the Deadly Six as well with Zavok, which Zavok is a bit more of a recurring character, but you also have Zaz, which, if anything, it makes sense for Zaz to be in a little bit more than the other ones, since, well, I think the most recurring game he's been in is, like, the mobile game Sonic Dash, so, yeah. But yeah, interesting. You also have a normal Eggbot, which I think is very interesting as well. But yeah, very, very interesting roster already. Now, I did put a quote-unquote 2 characters, because I was thinking it was either going to be them separately, or they could have drove in together, which I thought would have been a nice idea. But it's already kind of deconfirmed, considering what the online lobby looks like. I added Orbot and Cubot before knowing this fact, but like when you enter in the lobby from the beta and everything, they're pretty much just sitting there like waiting with you and everything. Like they're not actually playable; they're just kind of standing there. So I already put them in the disconfirm, which I thought would have been an interesting thing to add Orbot and Cubot. I think they would have been funny characters to add in, but oh well, they're only there to serve, not to play around. But anyways, those are the deconfirmed characters. Let's see, how many characters do I have added? Oh yeah, DLC confirmed, and Sonic Prime characters are one of them. So we're definitely going to have alternate versions of Sonic characters sometime in the near future. So Prime is one of them. I can see them adding like 9, Captain Dread, and Thorn Rose, at least. I could see them doing that. I guess other, like, sets of characters, they're gonna do something like that. I could see them adding, like a classic set. Because we do kind of already have, like, classic Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Robotnik. So I feel like it would make sense to maybe add them. I kind of put Classic Sonic in already, just as his own character, since he's kind of a recurring character to join, like, the modern group and everything. But, yeah, I think kind of putting them in, like, a group, like, DLC kind of thing would be interesting, so, you know. And then I also put the movie characters in, too, because, well, we already have, like... Well, we have Sonic... Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and it depends how long the DLC goes for and if they do add the movie characters, because they could add Amy as well, and Metal. I mean, it is possible. I mean, they did add Shadow before. Well, it kind of depends. I don't know if they'll add, like, Jim Carrey Eggman. It would be interesting if they did, but that would be a funny pick if they did that. But yeah, I think those are, like, at least the two groups of characters that could be added in as DLC later down the line as well. Now for just one character sections now. Like, probably like to at least add into the last 5 slots at least to the main roster, and then to see if there's like DLC later. The first one on my list I put in was Chaos from Sonic Adventure 1. I just feel like he definitely needs a bit of a redemption since Horses, because he didn't even get his own boss fight. He was just kind of there. He like appeared for like a few scenes and that's it. And at least Shadow was there for a bit of the story, and he had his own episode and everything. And we found out he was like a clone or something. And then at least with Zavok and Metal, you at least had some kind of boss fight with them, even though it wasn't really them story-wise, but yeah. And I know technically Sonic X Shadow Generations came out, and of course there was the Chaos boss fight in the Sonic Generations portion. But I don't count that because it was a remake. At least for the Sonic section part. Any like new boss in like the Shadow section I would count as a new boss. But like anything that was in the Sonic Generation stuff, it's like, yeah, that was there beforehand. So yeah. My next one I added here is the one non-Sonic character, and that's Ai. Little monkey Super Ball. Yeah, Super Monkey Ball, that's where he's from. Reason being as well, for him being the one recurring character I can think of as well, is because I think, I haven't really looked too much into his most recent game, but I'm pretty sure like Sonic characters were added in, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. So, why not add Ai for this? I mean, they've added Ai to Riders before, so I think he'd be a good choice for that. Obviously, there's going to be more other Sega characters to join in on the roster too, but I can't really think of any. I mean, I have ideas, but like I'm not familiar with their names or too familiar with them in general, because I know there's like, I think it's a monkey that has like a sombrero and maracas. I think there's one I think it's like a boy in a chicken suit, and I think there's one called Knights as well, which is like a tall female with a purple suit, I think. But, yeah. The next one, I'm gonna kind of put both of them here. I feel like people would be very hyped if they showed up. But Mighty Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel from, the older generation. Because they did come back for, like, Mania and stuff, so, you know. And plus, I didn't really know about them until Mania, honestly. Even though I didn't really play much of Mania, but like I've been online, so I think everyone would definitely freak out for that. Another very interesting character that they could add in too is Sally Acorn. I mean, we haven't really seen Sally in mainline Sonic games for... Actually, no, we haven't seen her in games in general, but I mean, hell, why not put other references like in the shows and comics, you know? Why not? If anything, let's just add Scratch and Grounder then. I don't know. I mean, less likely, but like, I think people would be very like happy to see Sally in there. The next character I added in was Tikal. Oh, Sudden Death. Wasn't there two Sudden Death by Spring? But if you guys remember Tikal, I think her one game appearance was Sonic Adventure. And I feel like if they add Chaos, they could add Tikal as well. Since, yeah, they both literally came from the same game and everything, so I feel like Tikal would be a nice little added pick in there too, if need be. Plus, if they're going to go with a few themes in teams and stuff, they could add those two together. Well, this is fitting. A dark Sonic versus a normal Sonic. And, yeah, the next one I also added in here was Mephiles. He definitely had a new boss that came out recently, too, for Shadow X Generations, so he has a more recent design look, so plus I feel like people might be interested to see Mephiles. I don't know. The only reason I can see Mephiles not being in is if they actually add story, but considering that they're already adding like DLC Prime, like characters from Sonic Prime, then I'm not really thinking it's gonna be any story whatsoever. So, you know, I think people will be alright with Mephiles joining in. And then the final one, Vanilla Rabbit. I just kind of had this one in as like a final pick and everything because why not? I mean, Vanilla hasn't really shown up in any other games. I think besides the one she debuted it, which I don't even know, but I definitely figured it's the same one that Cream and Cheese were in and everything. So, you know, it's a possibility, but yeah, how many characters? I'm not gonna add I'm not gonna say the classic and movie ones that I added onto the list, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8, pretty much. I mean, there's definitely more on the list, like Orbot and Cubot, but they're disconfirmed. And I kind of added Sonic classics and movies as a set of characters. Like they're probably gonna do with Prime and everything. But yeah, those are at least my ideas of characters to add in for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And that's basically it for both Mario Kart 9 and Sonic Cross Worlds. I'm definitely excited for both of those games to come out for sure. So yeah. Those are my predictions / wish list. Now, again, predictions, not 100% certain that these characters are gonna be entering in. It's a bit more of a wish list, but it's also more of I feel like it's a possibility. Less likely for me, though, is Sonic being in for Mario Kart 9. Considering they are both most likely going to be releasing around the same time. So it's going to be Nintendo versus Sega, and by how this little tournament I've been kind of showing off while talking about this happened, it might look like Sega might win, considering all the Marios lost in the first game. Well, if I've learned one thing today in Smash Bros, Sonic is definitely better than Mario, for sure. At least according to the CPUs. But, yeah. That is pretty much it, so I guess as soon as this battle's done, that'll be the end there. But yeah, just kind of wanted to talk about that, because it was mostly a topic I wanted to talk about for a while. And before I learned any other new Sonic Cross World news or Mario Kart news, I was like, I might. I mean, hell, I was, if anything, if I didn't know about the disconfirmed Orbot and Cubot, I would have added them to the list. But, of course, yeah. It just so happened that they're already deconfirmed. The first deconfirmed characters I saw. I guess another thing that would be interesting is if they add, a Sonic Forces character. Not, Infinite, but I mean, your own, custom character, maybe. It would be kind of interesting to have that, too, but I mean, hell, that was the only, good thing about Forces, so. And it ends on a sudden death. And it's the normal the normal Sonic that wins it. I think I meant to say Martin. Yeah. Well, in Smash Bros, Sonic won against Mario. All 4 times. And out of the other Sonics, it was the regular Sonic that won it all. Yeah, I haven't really done anything like this in a while where I've had like a tournament kind of happen. I haven't done tournament videos in quite a while. I remember I did that way back in the day. Oh yeah, wait. Okay, so yeah, I also just remembered that my anniversary for this channel is also coming up, which is the 10-year anniversary, by the way. So even though I'm going to be taking my week break, I still will be streaming on the 8th, which basically on that day, we're just going to be kind of going over the videos I've posted over the past decade and shit. So yeah. Yeah, so that'll at least be happening on the 8th. And yeah. By the way, by the time I'm recording this too, it's before the Pokemon Direct, so I don't know anything about what's happening with Pokemon Legends CA or anything either by the time this comes out, but that video is already out by the time this comes out, so go watch it if you haven't watched it already. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, besides my stream on the actual 10-year day, I will be back on the 10th for normal videos. So yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, press the like button or subscribe or whatever, and you're also about to see what is different about my outro, and I'll see you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time.